Do you ever get that feeling that you're falling off of the wagon, that, just a few days ago you were riding high on just dopamine because you were so motivated and disciplined. You were motivated by the discipline. You were motivated because you were so disciplined. You were doing the things that made you feel good about yourself. You were in line with who you are meant to be, right? And then all of a sudden, you find yourself kind of losing that spark, losing that edge, losing that confidence in yourself. And you're wondering where it went. But you know that it had to do with not keeping your word to yourself. And although you might be tempted to badger yourself and use that as a reason to say, perhaps I'm not who I thought I was. Perhaps I should stop trying so hard because clearly it's too difficult for me to keep up this image, this self-identity that I'm trying to keep up with, that does all of these things on a consistent basis. Maybe I'm just not a consistent person. I want to deter you from thinking that way, because that's literally the programming that you've lived with for the past 10, 15, 20 years, maybe 5 years. And it doesn't mean you any harm. It's trying to protect you, right? It really is trying to console you and keep you from getting hurt. But it's wrong. It's really thinking incorrectly, because it's assuming that, and that's why that person, that's why you no longer want to be that person, because that person doesn't get enough. That person is never enough. That person is never happy with what they have. They're never doing everything that they need to do because they're complacent, because they believe that to think bigger, to think that you deserve more is out of reach, and it's not meant for you, that it's meant for other people, and that's just how it's going to be. It's a false narrative, and let me explain to you why these narratives are so sticky and how you can reprogram yourself to do away with the old programming and get yourself a new set of data, a new Intel Core, whatever it's called, processor, like to get just a new downloaded system that is more appropriate for who you're trying to be. It doesn't have to be a super emotional aha moment for you. It's just deciding what you need to do, deciding those habits that make you feel like who you're meant to be. My whole day, this makes it so that my whole day is set up in the form of me sliding down a pyramid, because I start with the most important things first. I start with my mindset. I start with my body. I start with my goals, my personal goals of of my social media page, understanding that your personal brand is going to be everything in the feed. It really is that now. It's like your best shot. It's your most lucrative, high leverage shot at being self-sustaining in this advanced age of the internet that we're in. And so I can do all those things and not feel guilty. Like I can go to work and work for the man without feeling guilty about it, because I know that I've already done the things that are moving me forward. So now it's an order of priority. And if your job is super early in the day, I know that it may be tempting to do that and then go to the gym and do the rest of your routine that's important to you after you're done with work. But there's something so sacred, and I've done both. There's something about doing it before the world demands something of you. There's something about tending to your own desires before the world is asking you to fulfill theirs that is so fulfilling. That just gives you a peace of mind, because you know that no one is, there's no chance of anyone effing this up. You just create, because when you leave it for the end, when you leave it for after work, you and I both know that you're already tired. You've already gone to work. You've dealt with the people and the events that you didn't necessarily choose. They're part of the circumstances that you're a part of in this stage of your life as you're getting into the next stage. But that can be a little bit tiresome, right? And without the routines, without the habits that give us a sense of pride, that give us a sense of fulfillment and peace and inner peace, in the mornings, it's much tougher to have a good day at work, and even more so to have a good day after work, because it's more like you're at work just waiting for it to end, in this sense, when you do it this way. And then you finally get to the gym and do all these different things, but it's out of a feeling of you're running out of time because you're leaving it for the end, and then you have to go to bed, And then you're feeling like, oh, I got to do this again tomorrow. I got to go to work tomorrow in the morning. But if you get into the habit of going to sleep early instead, like if you go to work early, then you come home relatively early compared to everyone else. You probably have like 3 to 4 to 5 hours left in the day. Use that time instead to just wind down, read a book, get your nervous system calmed down so you can go to sleep in a restful state, and then be freaking pumped the next morning to attack your day the way that you like to. Okay? That's just my suggestion. You don't have to take it, but that's kind of how it's been for me. Now, the reason that I started talking about narratives is because when you're not taking care of those routines, of that routine that you're used to doing every day, your internal locus of control is out of whack. You're just like, your body thrives on routine. It thrives on a consistent schedule. And I don't know, I'm sure that some people who are new to probably self-development or having a routine, they don't like the idea of a routine, might look at that as like too regimented, as too strict, as like almost like being in the military. But I'm not asking you to go to the military or anything. I'm just sharing my experience with you and saying that you and I both know that when you're hitting that wake up time, when you're hitting that workout time, when you're getting those nutrients in that make you feel like $1,000,000, and you're not breaking on your diet and you're not breaking on your schedule, and you're saying no to the right things and saying yes to every opportunity, you're fired up, man. It feels like life is slowing down to your pace instead of feeling like you need to speed up to the rest of the world just to survive, not even to thrive. You're in this survival state. You just feel like bugs and critters are chewing at your feet, just at your ankles, and you just got this incessant feeling of like wanting to get out and breathe. But that's the importance of having that consistent schedule. And so, me, for example, today I didn't wake up early enough to go to the gym. I woke up early enough to hydrate and have my garlic, and I thought I was going to have enough time, but sometimes events happen. Like I'm trying to sell this monitor, and I told the guy last night that I was going to go. There's a guy that's interested in my monitor, and I told him I was going to go to FedEx today, figure out how much it was going to cost for shipping. But the shipping is way too much, so I kind of have to wait again because I need a little bit more time to figure out how much it's going to cost by doing like my own label. I got a buddy that's helping me, and so this whole other thing. But that kind of knocked my routine out of whack. But it's still my fault. Why? Because I didn't wake up at my regular wake up time that would have given me ample amount of time to get that done and then some. Time to do this video even at the beginning of my day. Time to do my affirmations, like my posts on social media early in the day, so that I can feel already complete, already accomplished before the world even sees me, before I even walk out the door, before I'm a part of the responsibilities that require me to, make an effort into. It's like before people even see me, I've already stacked 10 wins under my belt. I feel amazing. Now I can share that. I can share that sense of belonging in myself, in my own body, in my world, in my state, in my life with people, and they get to feel and benefit from it. See, when you consistently fill your own cup first, other people are able to benefit from it, and you don't have to go around back of yourself, and you have to like bend over backwards to make sure other people feel welcome and comfortable, because you're living from a state of ease. You're living from a state of source. You're already emanating that. You don't have to try to make someone feel comfortable. You are comfort because you're comfortable in your own skin. Why wouldn't you be? You're doing everything that you're supposed to do. You're doing everything that you can. And you're looking for ways to do more. That's when you really know you're on the edge of life. You don't have to go fight tigers and bears and do anything dangerous to feel alive. They say life's already dangerous. Like you're not guaranteed to live past, you're going to die. That's a guarantee. I have my own thoughts on that. I don't think that our body dies. I think that our body dies, but who we are never dies because God is real. And so in that sense, you have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. And although I know it's easier to say that than to do it, You know that when I say it and you hear it resonate, you know that it's true. All you need to do is trust that inner state inside of you. Trust your intuition and lean against it, lean toward it. It won't lead you astray. It's only going to show you miracles, because you're going to start to see. You're going to not start to see, but you're going to continue. You're going to be reminded. Life is a state of reminding. It's a state of remembrance. When life feels magical and like there's miracles happening all around you, it's because you're remembering how beautiful life is. It's like you're remembering the eternity of being. It's truly a profound feeling, but you only feel that when you're staying true to yourself and doing the boring things, doing the boring tasks that are a part of your vision. And it's really your vision, it's your long-term vision that's keeping that spark alive, that's keeping those small steps, those habits, which end up being everything. It keeps those habits going in a way that fulfills the dream in front of you, in a way that it doesn't have to be physically here now yet, because you already know internally that it's only a matter of time before the external matches your internal. So thank you guys so much for listening to the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate everybody that watches my videos and who's been able to support, even if you've given me a like or a subscription to the channel. I mean, this channel is free, guys. I don't charge you guys anything. Obviously, you know, I'm still trying to get better at these videos. I still am getting better at these videos. I feel that every time that I go on camera and I'm actually present with myself and the lens and able to articulate these ideas. But these are the things that if I had someone like myself at 16, at 18, I would have done, like if I had myself as a friend back then, that would have just meant everything to me. That would have just meant the world. I'd feel just like I had someone that had my back. I would feel like, you know, like I would always have someone to rely on. And you might be in a place right now where you might be the only person you can rely on. But I want to tell you that is really not a bad thing. And the time will come when you will have people that rely on you, and you'll be happy to kind of let someone else take over the reins from time to time. It'll be just like this cohesive relationship. And I just feel that for you because I feel it for myself. And I know that it can get hard sometimes, but it's all in your mind. And if you can dedicate yourself to a state of being, to a state of identity, everything flows from there. All of your habits, everything you do, everything you think, everything you say, it all flows from your state of identity, who you believe you are at all times, whether there's people around or whether it's just you or you got celebrities around you. Who are you? Who are you deciding that you are? Who have you remembered that you are? And are you choosing actively every day to embody that person? Because that person is badass. I'm telling you, that person is the person. Okay? So anyways, appreciate you guys. I hope to see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks. Have a good one. Peace.